this anyway. Oh, there we go. Now we're on Restream.
Okay.
Now we're
we all connected.
worried for a second.
Okay. Everything should be good.
All right.
Yeah.
And the pre-show topic that I have. Hello, Raksha. Interesting one in my opinion.
Hello.
I chose it. The Callisto Protocol had an update.
Okay.
And in this update, added the ability to skip cutscenes.
Okay.
So the pre-show topic that I have for you is cutscenes should be auto-available to be skipped, right? For every game, you should be able to skip cutscenes.
I think so, yeah. The only exception I would make is like, hello, Will. Glad you're here. The only exception I think I would make is like the game was like, okay, the first time you play this game through,
Yeah,
you cannot skip the cutscenes.
right. Well,
If you play it any other time, if you play it the same save or, they play the same game again, you can skip it.
yeah.
I can understand that. But yeah, overall, yeah.
The reasoning for adding this, I mean, I'm glad they gave a reasoning at all, because, I mean, as we just said, in my opinion, it should have been there, is for speedruns. And that's what made me really think about it, was if I'm speedrunning a game and it has unskippable cutscenes, we're not having a good time.
Because you got to jump at the very first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but also there's things in some games that you can kind of do because of the way the controller works in a cutscene.
Right.
It doesn't completely cut. Like it takes some input signal like a little bit before the cutscene's over.
Right.
And that can be used to like phase through a wall or something like that because technically you've moved your character that way. But I don't think anybody's gonna be skipping cutscenes on the first time through. So I think the first time through, yeah, no skipping. But yeah, after that, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Right. FF14 has an option that makes it where if you're seeing a cutscene the game knows you've already seen before, it auto skips it for you, and it's wonderful.
That's pretty cool.
Great. The only thing then is if there's one you really like.
Well, see, I like the way Lotro does it. Lotro, greatest game ever. No, but in Lotro, if you get through and you get to a cutscene, you can skip just about all the cutscenes.
Right.
But usually, when you get a cutscene like that, you get the movie.
Yeah.
So I've got all the movies from the storyline unlocked if I want to go back and watch them.
Mm-hmm. Before anybody's like, well, 14 does that too. It does. It's true. But only in like an in-room. You can't just access them whenever. You have to go to an in-room first. They are there.
Yeah. We have to go to the, you have to be on your character select screen for and it's got a little movies thing in Lotro. So.
Right.
Anyway.
I did have a second pre-show topic because I didn't think that was going to be very long.
Yeah.
Second one is there's been some new merchandise announced. And
merchandise, okay.
I almost put this in like the full-on announcement section.
Okay.
But it ties into a little bit of something that's important to us for this week. It is a GP02 backpack that is shaped like the Gundam Unit 2's shield.
That's a pretty bulky shield. I can see that, yeah.
But there's also a black version for some reason. And they didn't make a different version of the shield. They just painted the whole thing black. So you can still see the indentations for the vents, and you can still see the outline of the Federation logo.
Yeah, they just wanted to be cool.
It's just completely black.
Yeah, they just wanted to be cool. Do that. The Lego Star Wars, it's kind of funny. A lot of the Lego games are way better than they have any right to be.
Yeah, that's very true.
Some aspects.
Chad, I will show an image on screen. I'll send you the image.
Okay.
something interesting. Again, I think the backpack itself's a cool idea. It's just the deciding to make the black version, and it's just the thing but black with no actual variation.
Yeah.
Really weird. There you go.
Yeah, that looks about right. That's the most buff Gundam I've seen.
Yeah.
You know, things big and buff. But not bad. Looks nice. Roll out black.
I don't understand the prototype gray makes sense. It's a prototype mobile suit, 100%. But
yeah, I don't know. I would paint the Gundam 2 black and drive it.
Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be like the bazooka.
Maybe.
The Lego Star Wars ones are unskippable. I understand.
Well, yeah. I think they are in the. What is that Lego game? That you actually you buy the pieces and you can put them on the little stand and it warps them into the game.
Oh yeah, Lego Dimensions. Is that it?
Yeah, Dimensions. Yeah, it's got some set scenes. I don't remember if they're skippable or not.
Probably.
God, that was like a whole thing for a while. We had Lego Dimensions. Skylanders was a big thing. Switch has got what, the Amiibos?
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
I have a bunch of them, but I never use them for anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, if I ever play Breath of the Wild again, I'm probably gonna get everything I can with the Amiibo, and go. We got 100%. But anyway,
Wolf run around with me.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll work for on Tears
of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm sure they'll have new Amiibos for Tears.
Well, it's kind of strange. Obviously, all the Zelda Amiibos work.
Yeah.
It's Princess or it's Link or whatever it is.
Rivali?
They work. They got different ones. Rivali, yeah. All those work for something, even if it's just some rupees in a chest.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of there was quite a few that were something different, from a completely different thing that worked in there.
Yeah. Where's my 40K game where I scan my minis here in it and get something special?
What I thought would be really, really cool for a 40K game in the computer was like a big, okay, you might remember, or you might have seen one of these before, but there was a chess game and they were big. I think I want to say maybe 60s, 70s. And I think they were still selling them in the 80s. It might have gone on back. Anyway, there was actual pieces you set on a board, but underneath it they were magnetized.
Okay.
And when you moved your piece, the computer would use a magnet to actually move the other piece.
That's cool.
Yeah. Or what it would do is it had the grid on the board, right? ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And it would give you the coordinates of what to move, and it would light the grid to move it.
That's cool.
But I think that would be pretty cool, like a big table that did that for 40K. Like as you move your army around, it moves the other one around with magnets, or just kind of gives you the coordinates, tells you what it's doing. A little bit interactive.
All right. Well, suppose we should go ahead and kick this thing off.
Okay.
Let's get into the show.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
We got some things to talk about tonight. A couple announcements real quick, just to respond to Will. I did not watch the one that you sent, just because that game's about to come out, much like Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't really want to know anything else about it until it is in my hands.
I won't be surprised.
But I appreciate you sending it for sure, because if I had wanted to watch it, having the link would have been great. The second big thing is you might notice the chat looks a little different. Chat is bigger now. There was some discussion on chat being too small before, and so chat is bigger now. Hopefully that helps. There's the victory theme. Final Fantasy. But yeah, we got some good stuff to talk about tonight. But let's start as we always do with a pop quiz.
Okay. I gotta I got some questions ask for let me get this straightened up here. So the category for this, I think I got one that I gotta say for next week. Or I might let you choose.
Okay.
I can got 10 questions about Gundam heroes who are technically the bad guys.
Okay.
Or 10 characters from the franchise that are based on real life people.
I mean, I got to go with the Gundam one, right?
They're both Gundam. They're both
Oh,
Gundam.
they're both Gundam. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
10 franchise 10 characters from Gundam who are based on real life people.
I think they're both good.
Yeah.
Chat, which one would you rather have today?
That's where I was stuck. And I was like,
Let's do a poll. Why not?
Okay.
You got the ability to do a poll. Let's do a poll.
Okay. Do a poll. Okay. We can do a poll.
Okay, so we have Gundam heroes that are technically villains?
Yeah. And then 10 characters who are based on real life people.
Don't have a lot of letters to be able to type in those, so the poll is up.
Names.
Gundam villains or 10 characters IRL?
Yeah.
I had to get creative with the voting option.
Hopefully they've been following along, so they know what we're talking about, and we'll give them a little bit to vote.
Okay, well, we have a YouTube vote for IRL, and we have 3 Twitch votes for IRL. We'll let it go for another couple seconds, but I'm pretty sure we know which way the vote's going.
The 10 characters based on real life people.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a countdown. If it gets even 1 vote, we'll let it go for longer, but...
Okay. Well, I know what questions I'll be asking next week.
All right, we're just going to go ahead and end that poll a minute in. Pretty clear winner.
All right, so we're going to do...
I'm going to look away from chat.
All right, so we're doing the 10 characters from the franchise who are based on real life people. That's what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this other tab. Okay. This should be pretty simple. Start off with a good one. How would you start off with Star Aznable?
Okay.
Do you know who he's based on? He is based on a real life person. Yeah. His original suit gives it away. Oh, is that what it was? That's what they called it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's its name. That's not what they called it. Well, they called him in it, I should say.
Oh, the Red Comet.
Yeah.
Is he? This is a complete shot in the dark. Is he based on Lubu? Because he betrays Dong Zhuo? Betrays Cassilia?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. Not in the original one.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? He's based on Manfred Albrecht Freder von Richtenhof.
Of course.
Who is also known as the Red Baron.
Yeah, of course.
The Red Comet?
I should have known that.
Yes, you should have known that.
I thought, like, you said Red Comet was important, and my brain immediately went to red hair.
Fair enough. Right. So, the Japanese anime, you automatically went to a Chinese legendary... Okay.
Yeah. Lubu's big in Japan. So was the Red Baron, apparently.
Okay. Okay. So, Hayato Kobayashi.
Okay.
Yeah. It could be tricky.
Zaku, boy. No Zaku.
No Zaku, indeed. Thank you, Rumbarol. You're giving me your power. Hayato Kobayashi is based on... These are all shots in the dark, just based on what I can guess from them. Is he based on Tokugawa Ieyasu?
That is not the name I have. Can you...
he's based on Honda Tadakatsu, isn't he?
Oh, hold on. Explain a little bit who that first name was.
Tokugawa Ieyasu is the first shogun of Japan after the Reformation, after the Sengoku period ended.
Okay.
The sun was his logo symbol.
Okay. This is who he's based on. I've been trying to, but it's the Japanese an infantry hero of the Japanese army from World War II. He's based on a World War II unnamed Japanese. That was a little bit tricky.
Yeah, that's fair though.
That was
that's
a little
fair.
bit off, but it's based off that. Let me give you somebody. Let me give him more. Slegger Law.
Okay, Slegger Law is based on I just forgot his name. The guy from Macross. It's Roy Fokker.
Yoshiki Tomino wanted Slugger based on Sylvester Stallone. Rocky had recently come out.
He's so obviously based on Roy Fokker. What do you mean, Tomino? What do you mean? He's just that character again. Wait, did Macross or OG Macross came out after First Gundam? So I guess the other way around. Roy Fokker's based on Slayer Law.
Yeah, he's called a tough guy who tends to communicate with his fists.
Makes sense, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna ruin this. Ednoir Pariah.
Disappointed. Thank you, Kevin Sorbo. Pariah.
He's in a charge counterattack. Is one of that.
It's Quest's dad.
Yeah, the vice foreign minister of the U.S. Federation. Yeah. It's actually based on an actual person.
Also, I forgot that the whole point of this was based on real people. Roy Fokker's not a real person.
Yeah.
Okay. Edward Pariah. Is he based on Richard Nixon?
No, that's really funny. That makes me laugh. I don't know if anybody else will laugh, but that's kind of funny. No, he's actually based on a man named Conrad Adenauer, the first chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany following World War II.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
He also had
So we're getting into these are real people out of history. There's a lot of them. This one,
I've got none of these right so far. I'm loving it.
Yeah, but I have a feeling you might get this one. Girin Zabi.
Yeah, Girin Zabi's based on Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, you got one.
There's no question.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yeah.
Literally, his dad says, "Do you know of a man named Adolf Hitler?" Which proves to his Gundam is based on the real world.
Emotional. But he's also an excellent speech giver and use a lot of propaganda to get the people behind him. Okay, I really did try. I was trying to do deep research without spoiling myself on too much stuff.
Right.
And I succeeded in some ways I didn't. So don't be too upset with me. The Zeon Zum Daikun.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I know this one, but I don't. Is he based on Hideyoshi Toyotomi?
No. Those make sense when I say it. He was based on the Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Of course he was based on. Yeah, because it sparked the war. Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Our problem with Tomino, he knows history.
Yeah, that's true.
You know. How about Setsuna F. Sei?
Setsuna F. Sei.
Sei.
That's a hard one because I feel like he's based on another character from Gundam, much like Roy Fokker from Macross. But that's not not correct.
No, and I will say that I do not. Somebody I already didn't expect you to get. I just thought it would be like a cool conversation,
right?
That, he goes through. But
Based
I'll
on...
tell you that. Yeah. He's a child soldier in the series, living under a false name. His real name is
I am a Gundam.
what is his real name? Soren Ibrahim.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
Abraham, and he's Kurdish.
He based on. Legitimately have no idea, so I'm gonna guess he's based on.
This was weird, man.
Napoleon.
No, that's kind of funny, but no. He's actually based on a guy named Soren Ibrahim.
Of course
he's
is.
I am a Gundam.
Popular Kurdish actor. He was appeared in a film called Turtles Can Fly, and that came out a few years prior to Gundam 00.
And I guess that got him. There you go.
Yeah, and he was like, there, I like that guy. Let's put him in the Gundam.
Also, I really appreciate chat spamming the "I am a Gundam" quote from Setsuna during that. That's good stuff.
Okay. I'm not sure about this one. This one I don't think quite. I don't know. But Gilbert Durandal. Durandal, sorry. Durandal. That name kind of gives it away a little bit.
Is he based on Roland?
He is. He's based on Roland, the Paladin of Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Okay. So that's 2 you got correct. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's go on down a little bit more.
Of course, Tomino based Zeon Zum Daikun on Archduke Ferdinand. Of course he did.
Yeah. Like I said, some of these kind of, I was like, oh. That's why I like this one. All right. Haman Karn.
Okay. I legitimately believed up until this moment that Haman Karn was based on a woman that Tomino had met in his life.
Oh, no.
So, this is going to be difficult. I'm going to say she's based on Mary, Queen of Scots, Bloody Mary.
No. Her name gives it away. She's based off of a female in the Book of Esther in the Old Testament.
Oh, she's
Haman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haman in the Bible.
Yeah.
Who sought to exterminate the Jews and enemy of the people. And,
did not see that coming.
World domination.
But it makes sense. Makes sense.
All right. This was kind of funny. And there is a little bit of reason I did look into this one. This is the last one. Which you've gotten 2. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Kira Yamamoto.
Okay.
Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Yamamoto. Yeah.
Kira Yamato.
Yeah. There's actually a fictional character he has a lot in common with. So I can give you that. I'll give you, there's a fictional character and who's also based off somebody from mythology.
Okay.
There's actually 2 names in mind for this character, but it should be coming.
First thing I thought of was Space Battleship Yamato. I don't think it's anything to do with it.
Misfortune of your birth.
There's the Kira cry and the blame this on the misfortune of your birth. Thank you. Kira Yamato, fictional character and a real life person. Kira Yamato's a pacifist. But I assume the answer is not Gandhi.
No. And he's not, Kira Yamato is not quite a pacifist. I mean, he kind of a leader through necessity.
Hey.
It's
I'm gonna go with.
Go ahead.
El Cid.
No, very interesting though. Look at that. By the way, he's also
William
18,
Wallace.
a Taurus, and he's got A blood type. He's 170 centimeters tall, weighs 58 kilograms. I don't know what that's necessary, but that's kind of information I came across. Was that? No, he's kind of got a lot, and he lives a little bit from Luke Skywalker.
Right.
And both of them are based on King Arthur.
Okay. It makes sense. strike in this. I was going towards the freedom aspect, which is the second suit that he pilots.
Oh,
And going,
I don't know.
You know, sword based, wants peace but is forced to fight. Two that I thought of were William Wallace and El Cid. That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I wanted to say El Cid just so I can talk about El Cid.
Next week we may talk about something else. I may come back to the other one I had, but it's all good. Yeah, that was probably your worst showing so far.
Yeah.
You got 2 correct.
That's
you
fair.
got a 20. You made 20.
Dark, when you watch this VOD later, you let me know if you did better than I did. All right. Well.
Disappointed!
I'm disappointed too. I am. Should we go into weeks or should we go into Stardust Memory?
We can go on to Stardust Memory, and I'll take that as part of my week.
All right.
About that, because we finished that up.
We did. Stardust Memory is completed.
Yes. Now, yes, it is. It's done.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. The last few, the artwork of the last few Gundams has been really good. The style, and some of the animation. Leave me alone, man. I'm talking about this one. I can only do one at once. The style and animation is very good. I like some of the battles, some of the moves. The story is just not interesting.
Right.
The characters are not that interesting. They give, a couple of characters got some decent premise.
Now, South Burning could have worked.
Yeah. I know. There's stuff in there that it just kind of seems thrown together. It's almost like an AI wrote the script. I'm
going to bring up the spoiler, Lubu, so that we can talk about it. So you have been warned.
Yeah. I thought the Gundams looked great.
Yeah.
Gundam 2 and 3. Or, excuse me. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Gundams look great. Some of the characters, I don't know. It wasn't well written.
Yeah.
And I don't think, like, there can be stuff that's like the writing's awkward, but it doesn't quite make it, some of the stuff doesn't make it into English feel the same way as when spoken in the original language.
Right.
So like that. But I don't think that's going to matter.
Not here, I wouldn't think.
Yeah. The story itself is just kind of weak. And like I said, by the end of it, you're looking at like, okay, did they put this whole thing together to show how Basque-Om became a Titan? At the very end?
That's what it feels like, which is not necessary. And the whole shot of like the Albion's crew in the Titans uniform, he's supposed to make you go like, no, they're working for the Titans now because they don't know any better. But they never come up again, so it doesn't matter.
No, the Gundams look great. Seriously, I like the look of the Gundam 2.
Yeah,
the big nuke monster.
That's a big, great.
Beefy. That's a big beefy Gundam.
I'd never thought about how having the vents for venting out heat on the shield be on the shield was a problem until we rewatched it. But I feel like you maybe could have put those vents, if anything, on the back of the shield, not on the front. But other than that, I love the GPO2's design. Really cool.
That was another thing there. Most of the time, there's lots of lasers going everywhere, and he's blocking stuff with a shield, and he just shoots a hole right through it.
Yeah.
So all right. It wasn't. It feels like that they're just at this point just putting out stuff to put out stuff.
Sell new models.
To sell new, it's based on the toy line.
Yeah.
But you can get good stories of stuff made off the toy line. You can get decent stuff, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be a little bit silly in places, but I don't know. I think they could be better.
I think for me, what really torpedoes this series is not the love triangle that didn't need to be there, even though that's a problem. It is a nuclear shield, but as was said, it does get shot through. But for me, what really torpedoes this series is, hey, we're going to introduce these characters now. Here's Bates and Mancha and the other guy whose name never gets said, and they're not really going to do anything for a while.
No, you find out the end. They're the forerunners of the Titans.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand why the Titans act like they do now? Here's the people who started it.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Just feels unnecessary.
It does. It does. And it's funny that, it's funny to me. It's made 1990, and it's really trying to grab that 90s edgy.
Oh, yeah.
Right there at the beginning of the decade. We're going, we're going to be a little more edgy. We're going to have more cabins of ship. And there's so much stuff about the gun that changed, because this is back, back in time for where we're kind of going a little bit. The back this is going on while this is going on type thing. And I don't know. And why? I don't understand the reason why everything blows up pink.
Yeah.
I made the joke that these gender reveals are getting silly.
Right.
They all blow up pink. I don't know. It's not. There's stuff in there that's really cool. And I don't not like the edginess. I think the animation's coming along. The smoothness,
looks great.
It looks great. I just think the writing's not good right now. In 1990.
Right. Next up for us is Victory, which is not a super well-known entry in the series. Most people, I think, probably haven't watched it that like to watch Gundam. Never got a release over here to begin with. And it is a little bit darker in tone, is maybe the way to put it. It's Tomino in a rough spot in his life. And the characters definitely suffer for it. But I think they suffer in a different way, is maybe the way to put it, than the way they did in like Double Zeta, where he's full of hope and thinks people are just going to grab those characters no problem and love them. It's more like, okay, then I have to make the characters hurt for people to like them.
Well, yeah, like I said, there's kind of a really 90s feel to it. I've watched over these. We've definitely gone from 80s to 90s. And it's funny, that one came out in 1990 exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we're gonna start cussing. We're gonna show people getting disintegrated by laser blast.
Yep.
But there's some stuff out of the story that gets left behind that was like cool things. Like a simple one, was when you go back, it's like, no, a Gundam cannot take on a starship.
Yeah.
Right? It didn't stand a chance. And then all of a sudden, no. Even, during the 1 year war.
Yeah. Gundams could absolutely do that.
Yeah. You could, Zaku, whatever. You had a suit. You could take out a warship. No problem. In fact, it's not only no problem, it's now something they take as a serious threat.
Yeah. Well, and that was what made Char special in the original series. At the Battle of Loom, he took out multiple battleships alone. That's what made him like an elite ace pilot. So, and they just didn't know Zaku. Rambaral the same way, right? He was an ace pilot and a specialist because he took down multiple bases on his own. But here we see Gato just like effortlessly taking on fleets and bases, no problem.
Yeah, and I know he's got the better suit and all, but still.
Yeah.
It's gone from, like a thing you cannot do. What a stupid commander would send his, suits to attack a warship.
Right.
To, go get them, guys.
Yeah.
Do that. That and the idea, it's only brought up in the first one, when Amuro gets in the Gundam, that, that the Gundam has the ability to learn.
Yeah.
And it's going to pick up, it's going to make up for what you don't have as you get better. Now, they never really touch on that anymore. And I thought that would be that's what the new type thing is.
Right.
You connect with it. But new type is just like, well, you're in touch with the vibrations of the universe in a way, and you can read machinery. You instinctively know machinery.
The power of under. What is the trivia behind Victory's release? Talking about how the first episode is actually episode 4, and then they do a flashback, which I'm gonna fix, by the way. I think when we watch it, I need to talk to you about that, I suppose. But they do an in media res thing for episode 1, where it's actually what would be the episode 4 chronologically, and then they go back for a flashback for the 3. I figured I would just fix that, since we'll probably watch 4 in a row, and just watch them chronologically instead.
Okay.
But we can do it in media res if you want. Just it felt to me like when I first watched it that they went, oh no, we got to make sure people like it, so we're gonna put action, heavy action at the start. Like, well, you don't have to. No, this is Gundam.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Well, yeah, a little straightforward Gundam story. Either way, there's stuff that starts out like that,
Yeah.
and backs up to to whatever. Speaking of that, I just went through that with because we just watched Castlevania.
Okay. Let me shift over to that one. Stardust
Okay.
Memory gets a from me.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, the suits, the Gundam suits, top notch. Top notch.
Talk to me about Castlevania.
Castlevania is pretty awesome. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
I liked the characters.
Yeah.
Like Saint Germain is in there. It's a nod to the time period, the real time period at that time that Saint Germain's there, and they're using the maps from that time period and everything else. It's a historical fiction, if you will.
Yeah.
I like Striga a lot.
Yeah.
She was a cool character. Well, I liked her a lot, and she came out in the armor.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, nobody's touching her. You're gonna have to be a vampire to beat her. It was really cool. I liked a lot of the character. I thought it was really well done. Try to think of it was funny we were watching it. We recognized some of the voices for others. We had looked up some.
Yeah.
But I love the animation style, which is kind of funny because the animation style is not new.
Right. Not by far. Yeah.
Oh, you are. We just got through talking about.
Just finished talking about Stardust Memory.
Yes. But I liked Striga as a character a lot. I liked Alucard, the way they set him up.
Yeah.
But they had that one. It was one episode. It started out. It was like 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago. And built back up to it. But I thought I liked it a lot. I'd like to see more stuff done to it. They had the basic idea, the basic story, and kind of just went and made a good show.
Yeah.
Made a
I
really
agree.
good show.
I really like. Sounds good, Dark. I really like the first 2 seasons a lot.
Excellent, Dark.
And then I enjoy a lot of what they're doing in the last 2 seasons, but I just wish we'd got more of Trevor and Sypha in those last 2 seasons. There's a lot of times where they kind of get left behind. Other than that, I really liked the show.
Yeah, well, it kind of, it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna get this one season, we're gonna do this whole thing, we're gonna build up and kill Dracula, and the show could have ended right there.
Right, absolutely.
But I think it was good enough, and maybe it got watched enough that we're like, all right, we're gonna go along a little bit further. What happens after this?
Right.
And, and you do run into some stuff, and there is a part when the group separates that when you're going back and forth. Okay, Alucard's doing this, Trevor and Sypha are doing this. Where you kind of get it. Be a lot cooler if they're all together.
Right.
But I like the setup for it. Alucard's got Dracula's castle and the Belmont,
Belmont Hold.
Treasure. The Belmont Hold. And he's guarding that.
I like that show a lot.
It was pretty good.
The use of magic with Sypha is that's some of the best magic you're going to see in television.
I like that too, because there's some nods in there to things that came before and did animation before, and the way they set up Sypha, she's the avatar.
Yep.
And I think they did it just well enough to where you can tell it's not exactly copied, but it's inspired.
Yeah.
And it makes for her own character. So yeah, like Trevor and all that. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, the last 2 seasons weren't as strong as the first one. I don't know. I think because it meandered around a little bit.
I think so too.
But I liked it. It was very, very good.
There's a really great conversation there before we move on between Isaac and one of the creatures that he animates about what it means to be alive. That legitimately, like, I had to go back and watch that again after that episode was over because that conversation was so interesting.
Yeah, because it was the soul of a philosopher brought back, and I like how they treated everything.
Yeah,
like if you watch, and this is a little bit deeper, if you watch, it's not necessarily the belief system of the character
Right.
that makes them evil. Yes, the church is evil in this, but then they follow that up with, after all the evil stuff has happened, with Belmont saying, "Hey, I need a real priest,
Right.
somebody who really, really cares, really matters,
somebody
to
who
make all this
actually
art."
believes
Yeah,
what they're teaching.
I did that, and it was kind of they did. I think there's, for the characters you get to stay with, for a while, whether they're good or evil, you get enough in there to go, okay, I kind of understand this person. Isaac was a really cool character. You fought Isaac and Hector. They were very interesting.
Really
But
want to see
there
him
was
do
some
a
big
symphony of
stories. Yeah.
Only problem,
Trevor,
where was Grant? Where is Grant Dynasty?
I tell you what though, I do like all the nods to the game, like how they made the cross. You got excited when he found the chain, the Morning Star, and things. There are little things in there that,
And the music.
Like, we got this from the game. Don't forget, this is from the game. Yeah. Alucard's sword was really cool.
Yes. I think that was
really
supposed to be a reference to the sword familiar from Symphony of the Night, where it would fly around you and then.
Yeah.
So good.
Possibly so. Yeah, we needed all I needed was him. I think there might have been a couple scenes of him throwing daggers. But he never threw a torch like in Ark. So that was the only one that was missing that I can think of right now. He used the whip.
Some wall chicken. Give me some wall chicken. If you do a symphony season, I need some wall chicken. I know it won't make sense. I just need a moment where somebody hits a wall, and instead of like a kitchen, there's just like a staging area where the food was at, and there's just a full-size turkey. I guess it's not a chicken, but a full-size turkey on a plate. Yeah. And then I'm satisfied.
Yeah. You can go in and eat the whole thing. One bite. The one that always gets me is Gauntlet, the original Gauntlet every time. Chicken when you picked out with the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'd always say yum. Yum. And then get moving on. Yes. That was the coolest game of all time. It had voices in it.
Red
the first game I can remember had voice acting.
Badly.
Yeah.
Green Dwarf has died.
Yes. We did our Lotro.
Yes.
We're in the new area outside Moria. We will be going into Moria soon. But that is one of my favorite questing areas because you're working for the Grey Company out in the region, and they're the Dunedain, and they're the Rangers. Right. And you get a lot of backstory in there, and you get to know a lot of them. That's a really cool area.
Yeah.
To quest. Yeah.
I did a few quests in it today, not too much, but I did a little bit, and mostly just go kill a bunch of these enemies. But it's just fun to have a new zone to run around in. Anyway,
Yeah. And it's a nice big open zone to go around it. Yes. And it's pretty colored and green.
Like Forachel.
Right. You've been through Angmar, then Forachel. You finally get to come down to Oregon. Yes. Sunlight.
I did look up what quest we needed for the legendary weapons, and we get it as part of the story. So.
Okay. I guess we can go in. We got to go inside Moria. I can't remember. I know we're going to get inside there.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we're just, for a little while, we're limited to the opening chamber, but I don't remember. We will find out soon.
Mm-hmm.
After we beat up some Crebain.
Right.
Some other stuff, I think. Anyway, that was my week. How was your week, sir?
Well, my week's been pretty good. This is going to feel like it comes out of nowhere. I watched the first 2 Hunger Game movies.
Okay.
Wife had read the books, and she told me that the movies were not as good as the books, but were pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had a very biased opinion about the first movie when I watched it way back when, because Stephanie Meyer, the writer, had said that she did not have any inspiration from Battle Royale.
Hold on. Stephanie Meyer?
Not Meyer, sorry, Stephanie Collins. I'm sorry.
Twilight.
Yeah, Stephanie Collins. I do that every time.
Yeah, okay,
their names
buddy.
are way too close. Stephanie Collins, the writer, had said that she was not inspired by Battle Royale. She didn't even know what it was. But there are scenes in the first movie that are directly lifted from Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty bitter about that at the time, because it would have cost her nothing to just say, yeah, I mean, I read it, but this is my own story.
Yeah.
But instead, it led to a lot of people like bashing Battle Royale, because the movie Battle Royale is weird.
Yeah.
But the book for Battle Royale is really good. But the movie's weird and has some strange, like...
Well, play devil's advocate. I don't know. It could not. I understand that
Right.
there seems to be direct one, but she, that through other stuff. Yeah, the director, it might have been the director. I don't know if it's in the book or not, exactly how they do it. But, it might have come from something else, and that might have been inspired by
exactly.
That,
and I've grown up a lot since then, right?
Yeah.
Like, as much as we all might like to say, hey, we're fully formed adults and we know better, we sometimes make the wrong call because we get passionate about something. And I was biased against the movie when I watched it, the first movie, so I didn't watch the others, and I didn't like it. I gave it a different shake this time because I'm older now. I've recognized, hey, bunch of different things could have caused this to happen. It could have actually been a complete accident as well.
Yeah.
Because it's on the same premise. Don't have to go into it assuming fault or guilt. And I didn't love the first movie. I think the first movie was fine, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions about the world, and I feel like that always happens anytime I interact with YA fiction. Young adult fiction, for anybody who doesn't know. But the second movie, legitimately really good.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad series. I haven't read the books. I've seen all the movies. They're not bad. There's some things I really like about it. The only one group does the clearly obvious. Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with most YA fiction, unfortunately, is your main characters are the only ones that know what they're doing.
Well, when you're looking at that fiction, though, usually the author's trying, whether they mean to or not, but they're usually trying to draw a very hard line.
Yeah.
Between the good guys and the bad guys.
Right.
I don't find much subtlety in the story, about what's wrong, what the characters saw as wrong as a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. And there's a big thing in the first movie where a person dies. The spoof movie's pretty good. I need to watch that. One of the tributes dies, and we get to see a moment where the people from that district start a riot in the first movie, and I'm sticking specifically to only talking about stuff in the first movie right now, because I haven't seen the other two, and I don't want to spoil things for people that, hey, I want to watch the rest. And my immediate question was, why were they not prepared for this riot? Surely this is not the only time this has happened. No, there's 4. They split the last one because it was during that time where they always split the last movie.
Yeah, it goes into 2 movies, which sometimes works. I don't know. It's like I said, the lines are drawn very clearly. You need to see the haves and the have-nots,
right?
But whatever, so you have no questions,
right?
And a lot of the, when you see stuff like that, there's it can still go with stories like that. You can still have an interesting twist or anything. It's just not, like I said, it's not subtle about a lot of the things. It is, but they want to make sure they don't want to go. It's not about the reasoning, of it. It's it's just that these people are wrong.
I have one other complaint, and then I'll talk about some more positives, because I think I'm really interested in where the movies are going because there are a bunch of story beats I've been able to call no problem. But then there's a couple that I was like, oh, okay. And so my last big complaint is there's a love triangle, because of course there is, because it's YA fiction. Right. And as you and I have just recently been through, you know how much I can't stand love triangles.
Right.
Hate them.
Yeah.
Dina! But positive side, a lot of the tech is really well thought out for the way the games work. A lot of that is really clever. Some of it has me going, how did they do that, though, without magic? Yeah. But a lot of it is, like, really well worked out where you can see where stuff would be happening and how it works behind the scenes without a character telling you that's how it happened. Some of that's real clever.
I think it's good. Like I said, I don't think it's great, and it's not meant to be that deep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that triangle's dumb, because look, I might upset some people here. PETA is obviously the best person in that series. He's throwing literally everything he has away to try and help this girl.
Yeah.
And she just keeps going back to the guy that helps her in the woods.
Yeah. He's new and interesting.
Yeah, I guess so. Just...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting as you go through it. Like I said, there's some stuff, and there is some definite straightforward implications on the society that's there and how it's set up and what they see wrong with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not like, and when I say that, it's not like, you know, a film where, you know, they show us capitalism is bad,
right?
Communism is bad, and they really do that. It's not that deep.
Yeah,
you know,
it's pretty much just, hey, there's tyranny, and it's a problem.
She does. Look, at the end of the day, she thinks one's hotter than the other.
That's the problem, because Gale doesn't have any depth, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Gale is literally just, well, I like the same things you do. That's literally it. And I get that. I do. I get that. That it is, she has to make... Problem is, she's not making a choice. She's trying to just pretend she has feelings for both of them.
Yeah. And
it bothers me.
I don't know how it is in the books. The whole thing is, I don't know. Obviously, it's contrived between her.
Yeah.
And PETA. Is contrived, and it's kind of, they try to force it in there.
Yeah.
She probably wouldn't.
No, I don't think she would. Yeah.
I just don't think that she's come to terms with that yet.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's good. Like I said, it's not going to be too deep. You know, you give, because it's for the target audience. It's going for is people who are very in their passions, very in their emotions.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I do think for all my complaints about Katniss, thanks, Stark, there is a wonderful moment where Gale is like, but Katniss, don't you feel the same way? And she goes, look, I don't have time for this right now, okay?
Yeah.
Like, there are much bigger things going on. And I wish she had that attitude the whole movie. That's all I'm saying. Because there are definitely times where that attitude drops.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of a very in the moment thing, right?
Yeah.
It's what's going on. What are they dealing with at this situation?
Yeah.
This is what she's feeling. She's trying to do the right thing. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't think it's bad either. I can't stand love triangles. Look, when anime does it, and I'm not going to say anime does it better. When anime does it, it's almost always obvious that the guy has feelings for one girl above all the others. And he's just humoring the others. Yeah. And at the start of the second movie, that's what it looks like. Katniss is kissing Gale, but she's, pretending that she likes PETA. But then towards the end of the second movie, it's legitimately uncertain which one she likes, and she's not trying to... I don't know. When your harem protagonist is doing it better, there's a problem, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Still a better love story than Twilight. Look, even the love triangle in Twilight is even dumber because Bella has made it very clear that she does not want to be with Jacob, and yet half of that second movie is just her standing around with Jacob while he's shirtless, looking at him.
Yeah. Yeah, and doesn't he end up with a kid?
Oh yeah, that's a
What a simp.
Yep, that's a whole thing. But I'm just saying, harem protagonists shouldn't be doing it better than you to love triangles.
Yes.
Yeah, see that I would be 100% with you on. 100%. And maybe this third movie at the start of it is going to prove that's what happened. That's what I'm hoping. But
yeah. Also, in that situation, you're in there with somebody that knows.
Right.
You want a team member.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you don't.
Dark, that is a very good point. Because even though the harem protagonist has made it clear he likes the main girl more, he always makes the wrong choice. But anyway, we can move on.
Okay.
Vampire Survivors put out a new DLC, so I've been playing that.
Okay.
It's real good. It's very good. Dark, you and I are 100% on the same path right now. We are same track. Shirayuki Mizure is the best girl on that show, and the fact that he just moves on from her is reprehensible.
Look, I can't talk about this anymore after what happened to my girlfriend in Lotro.
That's fair.
I got a picture to remember her by.
That's fair. Yeah, Vampire Survivors came out with a new DLC, Tides of the Mascari, and it's very good. This one, the previous DLC was based on like mythological Japan. This one is based on fantasy RPG.
Emotional damage.
You have received an emotional damage for the death of your Armalith girlfriend.
Thank you for understanding.
The characters that you unlock are pretty cool. You get like a mage, and you get a guy that's based on Guts from Berserk, and then you get an elf archer. I haven't yet unlocked all of the secrets for it. I put some time into it, and I'm really enjoying it, but I haven't yet unlocked all the stuff. Definitely more to go there. But it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. It was $2.
Okay.
And I currently have 4 new characters and a bunch of new weapons, new items, and new stages. Loving it.
Excellent.
And then I might have done a couple things. You'll be seeing some Gundam Myth coming up soon.
Oh yeah?
Oh, okay, Dark. That is your usual paragraph. Let me.
And see, that right there is why I will never be the strongest man in the medieval fantasy.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah. So Gundam Myth is Wilder Myth, but with Gundam characters. I made the decision because you don't replace a lot of characters in there, but you do replace some, and they can die. That instead of trying to just cover all of Gundam, we'll cover arcs. Wilder Myth is a procedurally generated tactical RPG that has a really interesting art style and does it with the idea of, hey, the story is going to progress. You'll get choices that you can make, but the story is going to progress and all kinds of crazy things can happen. So I decided for this first arc of it, it would be Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta Gundam, Char's Counterattack in that one big span, right? And maybe include just a little bit of F91 if we get to that point timeline-wise. Throw in maybe some 0080 and 0083. Why not? Stardust Memory. But, so I started with Amuro, Char, and Camille. And I'm not going to spoil for you how that playthrough goes. I'm really excited. The first episode will go up Friday, I believe. But I'm really excited for that. Well, Flight Pack and Becker again. Nice. Because I did not edit anything for how those characters came about except for their appearances. And Man, there's some cool stuff that's happened that is perfectly in line with the show, and there's some really weird things that have happened. But every time a choice comes up, I try to make it based on what I think the character would do from the series. And it has led to some really interesting things.
Ask him where he was born, then kill him and blame it on the place that he was born.
Yep.
That's the strategy right there.
There is a moment where Char basically says, yeah, this happened because of where you came from. And I was like, oh! But
what?
It's very good, and I hope everybody looks forward to that. And then the other thing that I've been playing a little bit is Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
I want to specify this does not mean I will not be putting time into Guild Wars or Lotro either. And there'll be a video coming up on FF14 soon. Check TTRPG. Change the aliens.
That'll work.
True.
That'll work.
Jovians.
Yeah. That would work.
I'm not going to be playing FF14 quite as heavily as I was before.
Okay.
Basically, I made the decision to not try and fight the gear treadmill. And so I'm not going to worry about being the best geared that I can be. I'm just going to enjoy playing the game. And so I'll be playing it along with Lotro and Guild Wars instead of making it a job, which is what I was doing. So
Fair enough.
It's a good game, though. I'm excited to get into the Island Sanctuary and have my own island. And I almost bought a house today in Lotro.
Yeah,
but
that's the boy band one. 15,
that's true. That's true.
That's Final Fantasy boy band.
That's true. I love this game. Almost bought a house in Lotro today, but all the houses were taken in the ward that I checked, so I'll just check a different one later.
Okay. I'll look in my neighborhood.
Nice.
See if anything's open there.
There was something else I was supposed to talk about for my week, but I don't remember what it is, so I guess we'll just move on.
Okay, fine.
Let's get into reviews.
Okay.
We're starting off with Minecraft Legends.
Oh, gosh. Mind crap. Okay. Legendary mind crap.
I first have to take Roxanne's name off of the Wall of Fame, Ice Cream Wall of Fame.
Take it off there.
Congratulations for being on there. I love, my favorite part about this comment, Dark, is that Prompto is the photography guy and Noctis is the main character.
Okay.
That's my favorite part about that comment. Who knows? Maybe Noctis wants to take some pictures. So, Minecraft Legends.
Minecraft Legends.
Got an 86 already from Waverly.
Yes, that's what it's going to be every time, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm going to take my save score and say 82.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, this is the strategy RPG Minecraft.
Yeah. 93.
Probably.
From a Minecraft fan. 82 as well from Dark. Yes. I think that's a good save score.
Okay, and an 80 from
80
Will.
from Will. Excellent.
The score is 73.
A little bit lower than I thought it might be.
That's true. Lower than you
It's a little
expected.
bit lower than I expected, too.
So, Game Rant. I'm going to give you 2 reviews for each.
Okay.
Game Rant says, but in spite of its shortcomings, Minecraft Legends is still a bold and exciting new direction for a franchise that continues to stand the test of time. I feel like you could take the words Minecraft Legends out of there and put a bunch of different names in there and slap it on basically any review. It's a game that understands why Minecraft is so compelling in the first place and then twists those elements into an action strategy experience that can be hard to put down. Its only missteps, come from its limited scope and how it leaves players wanting more because its core gameplay loop is so good. Minecraft Legends is approachable, captivating, and just a really good time.
Okay.
And your second review. So many good ones here. Let me pick the best one.
Pick it.
GG Recon says, nothing in Minecraft Legends is entirely unique, and its most memorable aspects are its commitment to the series' art direction and its PvP matches. Between the two, there's a formulaic campaign that feels like a fun social space and co-op, but lacking in variety and direction when played solo. It's Minecraft, but not as you know it, for better and for worse. And there are 66 reviews.
Dang. Everybody want to play that. 77. 2 sevens.
Okay.
7-7.
Does also have badgers. That's true. You know what else has badgers? Lotro.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Hey, I'm a true believer at this point. I'm in. You can't get rid of me now.
Yay! Mushroom. Snake.
The score,
That's gonna lace on me.
50%.
Wow. That's
Pretty
harsh.
low. Pretty low.
Yeah. That's very harsh. I don't like that.
Bird. The next game that I have for you is a weird outlier because it came out a while back and we didn't cover it because I didn't know it existed. It wasn't getting a lot of press back then, but it's recently got like an uptick of press.
Okay.
And so I feel like we should cover it, and it's called Vernal Edge. It is a 2D action-packed Metroidvania featuring, in their own words, an intense combat system, tight platforming sequences, and a powerful story of rivalry, revenge, and growth. It's a really weird
Gundam.
Right. It's a really weird $16.99 US. Yeah, that's a weird price.
All right. Memorable. Interesting. Vernal, say the name again.
Vernal Edge.
Vernal Edge. And it's not like Mirror's Edge.
No.
So
It's a full side-scroller Metroidvania.
Yeah. Not running along a mirror anymore. Now you're running along a Vernal.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's the GPO1 full Vernal Edge.
I'm gonna give it a 78 to be safe.
Okay.
I know we got an 86 already. Godzilla.
I stand by the fact that the Japanese name for that suit was the full Vernian, as it should be, the GPO1 FB.
Yeah.
But then when it got brought over here, they retranslated it, and whoever they had retranslated it didn't speak English, even though the first guy did, and so they retranslated it to the full Bernian. So it's the GPO1 FB instead of the GPO1 FV.
Yeah. B's, R's, L's, whatever.
The score is 88.
Not bad. Not bad. They did okay then.
Out of 6 reviews, I have 2. Interesting that it didn't get that many reviews, but recently there's been a lot of talk about it. Gaming Trend says Vernal Edge is a thrilling character action game mixed with an intricate connected world that's a joy to explore. The story may not be anything to write home about, but the combat and platforming more than make up for that. And Game Blast says Vernal Edge delivers polished boss battles, but ends up lacking in enemy variety. It's enhanced by offering a semi-open world, unlike the usual Metroidvanias, but should have smaller areas and a better map system. Weighing the pros and cons of the game, I conclude there are more good things than bad, enough to recommend it to any fan of the genre who has the patience to brave a world with no directions.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 82.
Okay.
On that. Kind of sounds like an interesting game. It wasn't like horrible reviews on it.
Itaio, it says.
Itaio.
Said we could go. And the answer is 100%.
Holy cow.
The reason it's got a lot of talk lately is that it's currently number 2 for the year on OpenCritic.
Okay.
So it is up there, which is really interesting because it was not number 2 for the year, so it just recently got a new review that bumped it up. And I don't know if it's because it just doesn't have that many reviews or because it's that good, but I'm definitely interested in checking it out now.
Well, 6 reviews isn't a lot, and if they all give it high reviews, it's going to be. But 100 is a heck of a review to give something.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Mega Man Battle Network. How am I going to do this where it's all Battle Network Legacy Collection. Run it behind the chat. It's too big otherwise. So this is the double pack of all of the Battle Network games that have just recently released on consoles and PC. The Battle Network games, of course, are the... Chat seems frozen on Twitch. Oh, no. Has frozen. Okay, let me turn chat off and on again and see if it...
The Dendrobium. And it's super expensive. It's a big one. Okay.
Seems to be moving again now.
Yes. Okay. I understand. I think I made a comment about the suit that was that was wearing a suit.
Right.
They could have one model, 2 boxes they wanted.
Yeah.
But interesting. Okay.
So this is the last of the big collections. They put out the Mega Man Legacy Collection and the Mega Man X Legacy Collection and then the Mega Man Zero Legacy Collection. Now we have the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Okay.
How do you think it did?
88.
Okay.
I think it got an 88. That's what I think. Mega Man's kind of a classic title altogether. 85 might be a good score. We got an 86, obviously. This is not a radio station, Roxanne.
The score is 79.
Really? Okay. Well, dang.
This is a long one, but there's been some talk over the last couple podcasts that I'm not giving enough information. So this is a long blurb, but it should give you the information you need.
Okay.
From Digital Chumps, the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is a stellar example of how a classic series can and should be remastered for superfans and new players alike. For Battle Network superfans, this game hits the spot in the nostalgia department and gives us North American players access to once exclusive content we weren't able to access in the early 2000s. For new players, having all the Battle Network games in one place is great for continuity and opportunity for younger folks to play an incredibly fun set of titles. Even more, offering multiplayer right from the jump gives me hope that the Battle Network series will live on into the next gen of gaming. Regardless of your familiarity with the series, the collection's graphical updates and gameplay additions like the Buster Max mode breathe much needed new life into some of the older titles. I'm thrilled to see the Mega Man Battle Network series return with more content than ever, and the collection makes an incredibly easy recommendation for someone to play this spring. If you're looking to get your hands on a collection of classic titles remastered in all the right ways, look no further than the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Okay. Okay, that was rather long. Good sales pitch.
Right. I understand, Dark. The second review for you today is from Hey Poor Player. There are a ton of games in the Mega Man... There are a ton of games in the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, but because the 6 titles have so little to differentiate them from each other, it's hard to see anyone but the most hardcore of fans wanting to run through the series. I enjoyed revisiting these games from my youth, but came away ready to leave them in the past. For those who just want to dip their toes in, Capcom has provided the option to purchase only the first or second half of the series separately instead of buying the entire larger collection. While it's not quite as good of a deal on a game per game basis, for those who just want a quick nostalgia hit, that may be the way to go.
Okay. 84.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to go with. Sometimes people do want a good nostalgia hit. That's true. Went up a little bit. I think we got a 77, 74, 77, 70, 84, 86.
Or is 67.
Oh, man. All of us shot too high.
Unfortunately, a lot of people just don't enjoy that type of game anymore. They used to, but
Yeah. It'll come back.
And then finally for tonight, for review, we have Dead Island.
Which is
Game.
not set on an island at all.
No, but at least it's finally out.
Yeah.
Or almost out. It's not quite out yet, but we have reviews.
It's coming, I promise.
100, huh?
So there's a bias, I think. That's okay.
Maybe.
This game better be good. I want this game to be good.
I get it for review. Nice.
You know what? What? Really? Oh, that'd be sweet. I'm gonna stick my safe score. I'm gonna go 82.
Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I think I actually saw a trailer for this the other day. Okay.
Score
86,
is
92, 68. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. 74.
74. Okay.
94 reviews. Attack of the Fanboy says, practice your best one-liners because Dead Island 2 will have you run toward danger and swagger down the streets of Hella while egging the zombies on like your favorite pulp hero. The beautiful graphics, tight combat, eccentric cast of characters, and flesh system prove why the long-anticipated sequel to the beloved franchise was worth the wait.
Okay.
I want to specify, too, I didn't read the review because I didn't think it was quite as snappy as that one. There is another review in here from Finger Guns that talks about how good it is to have a zombie game that isn't a survival horror game again.
Well, okay.
So,
Yeah.
And then for your maybe more negative side reviews.
Okay.
Diviver says there's little motivation to slog through extremely samey missions and side quests. It's this general feeling that permeates throughout Dead Island 2. What's on offer isn't broken or fragrantly bad, with the exception of the checkpoint system, but it is tired, antiquated, and bland.
Okay. I'm gonna dip down a little bit. I'm gonna go 62.
Okay.
6-2. Where I'm going with this. For recommended.
Accidentally pushed the button twice.
95, yeah. I don't voodoo, you do. You do you voodoo.
Score is 56%.
Oh, what a drop. Though I think the people who want it will be way before they're gonna get it anyway.
Yeah. I've been waiting on it for 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we will move on into announcements then.
Okay.
I don't know how the chat is not lined up. I'll have to go back and resize it manually. Our first announcement is Monster Hunter Now, coming September 2023.
Well, apparently that's not now.
So this is by Niantic, the same people that make Pokemon Go.
Okay.
And the goal is that you will be hunting monsters in various places using geocaching. So
yeah,
they're going to have a closed beta test. It's going to open up on April 25th, and signups have opened for it. But the actual game itself won't come until September 2023. And we'll see how it goes. You know, it could be really good. I love Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I have a feeling that this setup, I was trying to Pokemon Go. There's one other one. It's based on an original IP, but it's computer hacking.
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
I can't
that
either.
Idea of getting out, walking around, playing the game. It feels like there was a time when that was like the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and there might have been some more stuff about it, but it feels like it's a little bit dated. There's another direction that software and hardware is going.
Yeah.
For games that I don't know this is going to have staying power.
I agree.
You know,
when does the podcast end? In about 40 minutes, roughly, on if we.
Yeah, we usually try to go about 2 hours, sometimes a little bit longer. Occasionally shorter. Yeah.
No, 7 out. No.
No problem. No, we're not. Not tonight.
Not tonight. I'm starving right now. This next announcement is weird. And I almost didn't put it in announcements because I was afraid that people would be like, oh, well, you're just doing the brand's work for them. But I want to talk about what happened with it. What am I changing it to, Roxanne? That's why that question was asked. This is Hot Pockets sandwich.
All right.
Not Hot Packets. And Magic the Gathering.
Okay. This sounds like a nerd convention already. All I need is some monster energy drinks with the Hot Pockets and the Magic cards. We're going to have an all-nighter. We're playing Commander.
Right. The best part about this is that now I have to change it on every screen.
Oh, okay.
So whenever we move to each new section of the podcast, I have to change it. So what I wanted to talk about with this is it's really weird because it wasn't supposed to come out yet. But then people found the meatball and marinara, or mozzarella, one in stores and were taking pictures of it. And so they rushed them out early. And Hot Pockets put out a thing that was like, hey, you really seem to like this. Found it. You quested and you found it. Yeah. Here's what the rest of them are going to look like. And it's not that the Hot Pocket itself is any different. It's just, it's got a Magic character on it, and then you can unlock content in Magic the Gathering Arena. But it's just the idea of like...
Pocket
right.
card.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
Nice quote on there about how it burns the mouth.
That'd be way better.
High damage, low defense.
I just really love the way that they went, hey, cat's out of the bag, here you go!
And it's angry because it's filled with meat 24/7.
Yeah. That's all there really is to that announcement. I just thought it was really funny.
Okay.
I wish I still liked Hot Pockets. When I was I was living in my apartment that I had gotten many years back with a job that was doing pretty well, but I didn't have a lot of money, and I ate so many Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
I'd bring them to work to eat at lunch, and I was probably eating 2 Hot Pockets a day for like 2 years. And now I just can't do it anymore. I can't. I had the same thing with dollar store burritos.
Oh, I will whip a dollar store in the burrito's butt. You'll pop that in the microwave for a minute or 2. Yeah.
I might be able to enjoy them now, but...
Yeah. I don't know.
Pockets were better. Problem with Lean Pockets is they're more expensive.
Yeah, I know. Looking crazy.
730.
30 Hot Pockets a year, yes.
A long time. A lot of Hot Pockets.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be doing well to buy them now. Yeah, exactly. Back then they were cheap. It's like when people back then were saying, hey, get on the beef diet. Just eat a lot of beef.
Can't wait till I get income tax back. I'm ready to eat some eggs.
Right.
Hot Pocket.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And our final announcement for is Game Pass games.
Yes. What's coming, what's leaving?
I know everybody loves this section of the podcast. We should write some music for Game Pass games. Up so much.
Yeah. On occasion.
Turkey meat's cheap.
Yeah.
So we have coming Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle for Cloud Console and PC.
Okay.
It's a good fighting game.
Yeah.
Coffee Talk for Cloud Console and PC. Homestead Arcana for Cloud. I'm sorry, this is Coffee Talk 2. Hibiscus and Butterfly. I almost said Butterfree. Beef sheet. Oh, there you go.
No,
yeah,
the
it's
coffee
specific.
group is trying to cut down on calories. It's better for you.
Homestead Arcana is on day 1 for Game Pass. Become a farming witch and pioneer the range that has been mysteriously corrupted with miasma. Would be cool.
Yeah.
There's Redfall, of course, coming day one. Cloud, PC, Xbox Series X and S.
Okay.
Medieval Dynasty, which is not where you live. Yeah, it's not here either. Take on the role of a young man who has fled from war and wants to take his fate into his own hands. That's console specifically, Xbox One.
Okay.
Then we've got Cassette Beasts on PC. Day one, bring your cassette player and get ready to press play. I can't talk tonight. Collect awesome monsters to use during turn-based battles as you adventure into the open-world RPG Cassette Beast. That could be cool.
Okay. Maybe cool. It's been a long time. I used to have a wall of cassettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the way he is.
It is. I can't help it. I like monster collecting games, so I'm down for that. The Last Case of Benedict Fox, available day one on Game Pass. Take on the last case, and it's console and PC. Take on the last case of Benedict Fox and dive into a twisted world of secret organizations, forbidden rituals, and cold-blooded murders.
Okay. Okay.
I don't have a Costco. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's not a Costco here. And distributors can be different based on where it is, too. Because the meat's usually shipped by the closest yard. But who knows?
There's also
Find a
some
break. Get it.
Yeah. There's also some free DLC. If you own Vampire Survivors through Game Pass, you get Tides of the Foscari DLC for free. Saves you $2.
Okay.
And Microsoft Flight Simulators World Update 13, Oceania and Antarctica regions.
One of the few games that has a bigger map than Lotro.
Yeah, that's true. That's okay, Dark. I understand. I don't know that I'd trust beef that gets shipped anyway.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
That's cool, though.
We're going to start a new service where people order it and you get a box every month.
Yeah.
Here's beef to your door.
Yeah. Beef.
Share the beef.
I think there is one, actually.
Is there really?
There'd be a second comer in shipping meat, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. However, I don't know this is a subscription box.
That'd be cool.
We
Here's
can
your
do
beef
that,
box.
yeah. Rash, yes.
Now, that's true. That's true. Those are expensive, though, aren't they?
Well, a little bit for the price. If you're talking about like sealing, you sell them in the styrofoam like a cooler.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, leaving Game Pass.
Watch out, bearded man.
Watch out, indeed, bearded man. You'll get food poisoning real quick if you're not careful. Bug Snacks is leaving. It's a shame. That's a great game.
Yeah.
Destroy All Humans is leaving.
I like that game.
Dragon Quest Builders 2 is leaving. Tetris Effect Connected is leaving.
Disappointed.
I want to watch the movie. I want to see the movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
And Unsold is leaving. So all 5 like good games that are leaving Game Pass.
And that's what you forgot to talk about in weeks.
What's your box?
Okay. No, the movie you went to watch.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll cover that during plugs, I guess. Because I knew there was something. Thank you. That's absolutely. I completely forgot. Chat, don't let me forget. Get the plugs. I got to talk about the Super Mario movie. Yeah. Butcher Box is a great name.
What is it? Unsold.
Unsold. Let me pull up the definition for you. Yeah, it's a pretty newer game, I believe.
It hadn't been on Game Pass that long, huh?
Let's see. It came out in 2022. It's a 2D action RPG game requiring immense, elaborate control. Take a break from repetitive attack and dodge action by challenging yourself with the world of Unsold.
No, I hadn't either. And some of the games I kind of expect that there's going to be games out there I haven't heard of, and a lot of ones we cover, I've at least heard about.
It looks really cool.
Okay.
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
I was saying that's a good catch because I hadn't heard of that game either.
All right, that'll lead us into news.
Okay.
And the first big one is Stardew Valley is getting another update, which may not seem like big news for people, but it's specifically the way that this is coming out that I think is really interesting. Because Concerned Ape, the dev for Stardew Valley, has been working on Haunted Chocolatier, his new game. It's a single dev studio, you know. He's just recently got a couple people for extra art and stuff. He's going back to work on Stardew some more, specifically to make changes to make it easier for modders to mod the game.
Okay.
Which I think is really cool, because there's no money in making that change, right?
Right.
And he's working on a new game, but it would help people be able to keep playing the game.
Yeah, and now you say there's no money in it, but it's a smart move because that does bring people back to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest, if you couldn't mod Skyrim,
right,
nobody talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
I think that's a cool thing to highlight.
Heck, Nier Automata was big, but the last thing we talked about was it being modded.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's I think overall it's a smart move. It might move some more sales for people to buy the game.
That's true.
And try out the mods. So that's cool.
Glad he's doing it. And then he's going to go back to work on Haunted Chocolate.
All right.
The next one, people are really upset about this. And I want to specify that, I get it. But there are reasons why they did this. Because Nintendo has taken down a ROM site.
Yeah.
And
that's not surprising for Nintendo.
No. And there's a wrinkle. I understand. There is a wrinkle here that I think a lot of people are forgetting, because I get why people are mad. They're like, hey, this guy was just hosting ROMs, file site, not ad time yet.
What do you do?
But it was a file hosting site. People could download ROMs from it. Oh, a wrinkle in time. I see what you're saying. No, you got to see the tiers of time. But the problem is, this guy did something that got him targeted by Nintendo. Because there's a ton of ROM sites, and Nintendo doesn't go after them all. I'm not trying to defend Nintendo here. Just to clarify, I'm not doing that. What he did was he accepted ads and allowed people to pay to get exclusive access, like file hosting access.
And they got him.
Which means he's making money on it.
Money, yeah.
Right, you will see that.
Yes.
So of course Nintendo took him down.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's not defending Nintendo, because I would rather they just not do that. A lot of the games that people get ROMs for, you can't even legally buy nowadays anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I think, make a time, there needs to be a different, we have copyright law, right? Like, I can write a Sherlock Holmes story now.
Right.
I couldn't 3 years ago. I can now. I think the digital world needs that. Gaming needs that.
Yeah, I agree.
This is we're at. It's been around. It's strong enough. Been long enough. There kind of needs to be a Hall of Fame for it, so to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe not a new game, but like these games that you cannot buy anymore. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
If you want to. Now I do have. A little bit. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I have challenged Trey to a Super Mario Brothers competition.
Yeah, we got to do that.
But I do get cool stuff. Like I got the little mini NES up here. That's what we're gonna do it on. But it doesn't have all the games.
Right.
And there's some classic games there for the NES that you can't get anymore.
Well,
I don't know. I think it's silly. If it's a AAA game, you're selling it, you're making money off of it right now. You're doing it. I can understand. Yeah, hey, he didn't need to make money from it.
Right.
Fine. But yeah, see,
yeah, for sure.
You can't get it. The digital realm is it's its own economy.
Yeah.
That doesn't work like that's why Blockbuster doesn't work anymore.
Well,
There's no
like,
place for it. Everything's digital.
the
It's
eShop
gonna be hard.
just got shut down. The eShop just got
Right.
shut down.
Yeah.
I want to play the Castlevania games on DS, so I got to use ROMs. I own those games,
Yeah.
but if I want to play them on current hardware, I got to use ROMs because I can't. You could before jerry rig your Switch or your Wii U to be able to play 3DS games. Can't do it now that the eShop's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's kind of I do stand with the company a little bit. Like I said, if you like a brand new game, like what Callisto Protocol,
right,
people pirating that's a problem. That's cutting into your bottom line.
right.
Somebody ROMing Zelda: A Link to the Past 2, that's not a sale you can count on or you can speculate on.
Right.
You know, and you offer it nowhere else. But that might not be the best. You know.
No, I understand what you're saying though, because I agree. Let's say right now I wanted to buy Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars, the RPG, Super Mario RPG. It came out for the SNES.
Yeah.
My options are buy a sealed copy for $1,100
That's pretty good. Good deal.
and a SNES.
Yeah.
Hook it up to an old TV because it can't hook up to new ones,
Right.
or download the ROM and play it on a computer.
Yeah. And they do offer, but they're, like I said, I got the little mini Nintendo's got a bunch of games on it. That's cool. You can get one for Sega, and there's a few older systems you can get.
Right.
But they're not offering a whole lot, you know.
Yeah.
You're not getting a whole lot on there. And it's, like I said, it's not taking up any, is pennies now, if anything.
That's right. Yeah, get an Xbox Series X for your PC.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I think it's a little bit harsh. I think that, you know, I understand that he's making money off our stuff. Sure. I guess you can go after it there, but it's borderline petty.
Yeah, it is.
It feels like. Yeah, you've got a legal standing there, but it's borderline petty.
And look, I'll be the first one to say I'm aware that my stance on piracy is a lot more lax than a lot of people's, but it's because I like to watch Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Ultraman, and I legally can't do that for most of those series.
Yeah.
I want to give you money to be able to have it in my hand, and I can't.
Right. And we can take it to the extreme. You know, there's places in the world, kind of brought up a little bit earlier, that stuff's just not available.
Yeah.
You know, even it is. And if those people want to enjoy it, that's the option.
Yeah.
That's what they got. Yeah. Yeah. But it's a...
Oh, it's ad time.
Yeah, but it's kind of a thin line. How long we got for the ad?
9 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ad's done.
All right. And I kind of agree, Dark, that because of the hosting and all that, it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are other places where you can't play things. It just doesn't come in. You know, there's places where the government will not allow it to come in, and you know, even if you do pirate it and get found, your life's in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't go against that. I kind of don't see the problem with him making money off running the site.
Right.
My point of that is really more that, yeah, okay, legally that's where they got him.
Right.
That, you know. But,
and as much as I have my problems with Nintendo, normally they turn a blind eye to it until you start making money off of it.
Yeah.
That's when they change.
Yeah, because they want that money. They want people to pay them if they pay anybody.
Right. All right, we'll move on to our next piece of news.
Yeah.
Sega.
So we go from Nintendo to Sega. What year is this?
Right. Sega has acquired Rovio. Now, for anybody who doesn't remember Rovio, this is the studio that originally made Angry Birds.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they got them for a pretty good deal, from what it looks like. We don't have the exact numbers, but supposedly it's 706 million euros, which is about 776 million US.
Okay.
That's a pretty good deal for a Angry Bird. They got all their IPs with it.
Things keep going. It's about to be a lot more US.
Right.
But
that's true.
That's another story.
Yeah. Whether this is worth it or not is hard to say.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think what else they did. All I know is Angry Birds.
Right.
And
Let me pull up.
Obviously, there's a year, 2, 3 there where it would be the IP to have. You know,
Yeah.
They had board games, movies, as well as everything. You know, it's a game that lots of people played.
Got their website up here.
Okay.
They're responsible for Angry Birds, of course, since 2009, which is a bunch of different games there. Then they've also got Darkfire Heroes, which I've never heard of before.
No.
Small Town Murders, which I guess must be doing pretty well because that's the one that you see ads for with the granny going into the car after somebody's been murdered. And
yeah, isn't that like a finding game?
Yeah.
Like a search? Yeah, okay.
And then Sugar Blast, which I also had never heard of before.
The Candy Crush knockoff, I'd imagine.
Probably. Now, what Sega's going to have them doing? Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, Angry Birds are not. I think you could be moderately successful with a new Angry Birds. However, you set it up, new levels and stuff.
They're going to call it Angry Sonic.
Right, Angry Sonic. That I want to play. You just get enough speed, hit a ramp.
Yep.
Knock stuff down.
It would be cool.
Not bad. So maybe that's what they're going to be doing. Who knows?
Probably, Dark. That's probably just have them doing what they're doing and keep making money off of it.
Yeah.
Sega does what Nintendo don't, so you know.
Oh my god.
Oh, and lastly for our news, the new Yellow Word movie turned blue, given the Sonic hair. The new Lord of the Rings game.
Which one?
Gollum.
Gollum?
Yeah.
Gollum, yeah. Yeah.
Has a couple problems.
Okay.
And it's the collector's edition specifically.
Okay.
Has people a little upset.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the precious edition.
I'm kind of a little bit tired of editions.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, you get more cosmetic stuff if you give us a lot more money.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So the precious edition gives you the game.
Okay.
Gives you an art exhibition, 100 original sketches and development secrets.
Okay.
It gives you a lore compendium. Learn more about the history of Middle-earth.
All right.
It gives you an epic orchestral 17-track album for the soundtrack. And it gives you Sindarin VO, where all the elves speak Sindarin.
That's cool. That's not bad. I don't know what the price difference was. It doesn't. I'm actually. Yeah. The lore compendium. That's what I'd be more interested in that than anything.
People are a little upset because you can get the Sindarin language without having to buy that.
Yeah.
It's going to be separate DLC for $10.
Oy, that's quite a bit. But I mean, you have voiceovers in a whole language.
I agree. That's a lot of work, but I wish it was just in the game.
Yeah, that would be a cool option just to have in the game.
Yeah. I don't want it to spend $10 just to be able to get the elves to speak in Elvish. Sindarin. Now, specifically, they were asked in an interview, hey, is there still going to be a lot of Sindarin outside of that, like in the base game? There'll be a little bit, was their response, which is key to probably not. It's probably mostly just going to be if you buy the DLC.
It's weird. Yeah, there'd be some cool places to have. You know, if you're Gollum sneaking around and a couple elves are looking for you and you're hiding under a tree or in a tree and they walk by, it'd be cool to have them speaking.
Yeah,
Syndrome.
it would.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious about this because I'm pretty sure I know the story that they're going to do and try to detail out. And that's where Gollum goes into Mordor. He's captured, tortured.
Yep.
You know, going through that. But he did have some adventures. I think Aragorn and Legolas hunted him for a while.
That's what it seems like it's probably going to be, Dark. Only really get it.
Yeah. For the cutscene. Yeah.
Is that worth $10 to me?
No.
Probably not.
No. Yeah.
Oh, they've said that? Okay. The other thing that people are a little upset about is that both the standard and precious editions will also include 6 exclusive emotes. Why is Gollum emoting?
And why, if they're in the edition and all the editions, how are they exclusive?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to see clips of Gollum doing Fortnite dances. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be, but like.
Oh yeah, Gollum's going to be flossing.
Yeah. Why is he doing emotes?
I don't know.
This is very important. Yeah, it's a single player. Exactly. For Twitter images and videos, Dark, don't you know? People got to share that stuff on Twitter and Instagram. So they tortured Mordor with emotes?
Oh, yes. There you go. Right.
Do the floss.
Yes. Oh, no.
So, yeah. People are a little upset right now, but
yeah. I don't know. It feels like that doesn't have to be a very complex game.
Yeah.
You know, it could be cool without that.
Yeah, the compendium seems like it'd be really.
Yeah, the game would be interesting. The story to see that played out, which Lotro, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, if you want to see that story, the Stout Axe, you get to follow part of that.
Yeah. That seems interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I would like the compendium, the lore compendium. That sounds pretty cool. But other than that, I'm not really worried about it.
All right. Well, we will move into Hungren's Corner then.
Okay. My turn. So, as you all know, if you've been following along, we start out with a birthday. And today is Melissa Joan Hart's birthday.
Okay.
Yes, she's such a witch. I found out I'm a few months older than her. Or roughly the same age. But yes, Melissa Joan Hart, I'm sure she's busy at the moment, and more than likely, clear as that. More likely, I'm sure she'll catch up this weekend.
Yeah.
When she can. I have some news for you. Okay? And digging up this news, I am pretty sure if it wasn't before.
Emotional damage.
Okay, there it is. For sure, if it wasn't before, I'm now on a list.
Okay.
And since I am, I'm going to make sure everybody else on here is. One of the most secure places in the world is the White House.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know because I typed in search engine, what kind of security does the White House have? So I'm sure I have been looking. And I was saying
and you said it on stream. So we're definitely on there now.
Yeah. But I found out, it does have layers and layers of security. It's protected by surface to air missiles.
Watch out, bearded man.
Infrared sensors.
Watch out, bearded man.
Right? They're coming for it. Got all kinds of stuff. It's probably one of the most secure buildings in the world.
Makes sense.
Okay?
I mean, it did burn down once. They want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yes, 1812. By the way, when it got burnt down. But there have been intruders, right? People have got over.
Watch out,
and in fact, a
bearded
few
man.
years ago, they raised the fence to 13 feet, made it more secure.
Right.
Now, I say all that to let you know that during our lifetimes, a new record has been broken.
Okay.
Yes. And today, that record was broken as the smallest intruder ever, youngest intruder ever crawls to the White House fence. A toddler, a curious toddler, squeezed through the White House fence, which sent off all kinds of alarms for Secret Service.
I'm sure.
And yeah, the White House security systems instantly triggered Secret Service officers, and the toddler was parents were quickly reunited. And that is that was a quote from Anthony Guglielmi. He's a Secret Service spokesman.
Okay.
Yes, but they had him out. Now, I don't know if I can send this picture to you. Let me try. I'm trying to get this picture.
Yeah, you're going to be watching that child for the rest of its.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Let's see. Let's do that in documents. Okay, let's save there. Let me go ahead. I'm going to see if I can send you this picture. Okay. Hold on. I am smart. It's smarty. Hold on. I'm going to look at chat in a second.
You missed it. There was a "You shall not pass."
Oh, nice.
Got me good.
Yes.
I was reeling from one and got hit with the other.
I think I'm going to send that to you. Now, this picture, if I can try. But, hey, yeah. Want to have a wall instead of a fence? I don't know. Obviously, the fence and the wall didn't work. But I would tell you to check in and see who actually built those cages. Not that you're wrong. Not that you're wrong, but Will and I had the one too, but yes. I
don't know if I should put this picture on stream or not.
Yeah. Well, the way they're holding the toddler.
Put it out.
I know the pictures through the fence and everything. This is the U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division. They're responsible for security at the White House. They have to walk all the way across the North Lawn.
Toddler's right there, chat.
It's kind of strange because most of the time children just get stuck in the fence and do not make it through.
So this kid had the speed run tag.
Yeah. He got through. He managed to squeeze through that fence, but they're holding him like he's a criminal.
They absolutely are. Yeah.
You know? They got him by one arm apiece.
Stop right there, criminal scum. You've broken the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have, Dark. That's absolutely right. They could have hurt that baby.
They're holding him like you would. They got one arm up, like holding him on each one arm. Of that. But yes, the youngest criminal ever breaking into the White House.
That child alone, man.
Quickly. I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of, yeah. U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division police officers carried a young child who crawled through the White House fence on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington Tuesday, April 8th, 2023. The toddler earned the title of one of the tiniest White House intruders after he squeezed through the metal fencing on the north side of the executive mansion. Officers walked across the north lawn to retrieve the child and reunite him with his parents on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Wow.
As you know, one of the official names for the White House is the White House. It was known as the Executive Mansion before that. Do you know what its original name was? What it was originally called?
No, I don't.
It was a criminal mastermind. No, it was today, the 18th. Yeah, he went through it. Records were broken today.
Wow.
We are witnesses to history.
Wow.
I want to make sure that we knew. Yes, through that. But I'm sure as bad as they're treating this kid, I'm pretty sure they would have much been a little more rougher with me.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at that mastermind. Look at that criminal.
It's Boss Baby.
That is what evil looks like.
There's the Kira cry and the emotional damage a minute ago too.
Yeah, apparently we've been, as I've reported for many weeks now, the animals are uprising against us, and now apparently are the toddlers are as well.
Are young?
Yes, April 18th. It happened today. Yes.
How could they? Right. Yes. We will move into your assignment.
Okay.
You seemed to be having a blast last.
Oh, that was awful. Yes.
Now that's a lot of damage.
And I guess if it makes the list this week, I guess the vote will come down to be or not to be. So.
All right, chat. Your 3 options are on screen. Remember, 1, 2, or 3, and I'm starting up the poll in just a second. I need to move them because the chat is bigger than them. But I will start the poll up now. Poll is up, and I will shift things around where you can actually.
Okay. All right. I know the second one's got to vote.
Right.
That should be interesting. I was playing some weird games.
Yes, you do. A little bit smaller chat so they can all be here invisible, not covered with the chat itself.
See. Okay, fixing the YouTube. Should be fixing the YouTube chat, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm working.
So it can be seen. So you can make an educated guess.
Didn't think about that when I made the chat bigger.
Oh my gosh, Trey. Causing all these problems. Professionalism. This should have been taken care of. A viewer that can't vote. Okay.
A lot of people going for 2, it seems.
Okay.
I'm just going to cover myself up with this.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3.
Nobody wants to see you anyway.
Right? This makes it easy.
All right.
Right. So we have a few more seconds here, but it seems like a pretty clear winner in 2.
Okay.
Oh, there's a vote for 3.
Yeah.
There's 2 votes for 3. Currently 4 votes for 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, do you have any plugs?
Yeah.
Talk about the movie while we're waiting.
I forgot to talk about during my week. We did have a winner now. Basement has won. You're playing Basement.
Okay.
Send you the key now. This is going to be an interesting one, I think. So, yeah, now you can make your jokes, chat, because now he knows what the game is. And I'll give you a quick rundown of what the description of the game is.
Okay.
That's
more than I usually get.
Right. Basement is a strategy game where you start doing illegal business to fund the development of your dream video game.
Okay. So except for the dream video game, I might have some experience with this. Okay. Let's say might have to do this.
Go. And yeah, let's get into plugs. I got a big one that I forgot to talk about earlier. I watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah.
Not the original one, the new one.
Right.
Never
mention that movie again.
It was really good, actually. I was really surprised by how good it was. The story was solid. The There's the oof. The story was solid. The characters were really good. The action was great. There were a ton of references, like little references to things like Ludwig and Super Mario Galaxy got a very, very niche reference that you wouldn't get unless you've played those games. Cool. There's so many little wonderful things. When the different power-ups are used, it plays the music from the game the power-up is from.
Okay.
So just a ton of great little things like that. And again, the story was really fun.
Okay.
The problem, and it's the biggest problem I had with the movie, yeah, Jack Black as Bowser was great, is that Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, and Seth Rogen didn't even try to sound different. Jack Black sounded very different as Bowser. Many times that I forgot he was Bowser, right?
That's cool.
Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong were just themselves, and it took me out every time they spoke.
Oh, okay.
Especially Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at Donkey Kong, and then he's just Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Man. And what makes it even like crazier to me is Charles Martinet is in the game, or in the movie.
Well, at least there's that.
He voices a character in the movie and does the wahoo. You could have just had him voice Mario.
I don't know. How long's the movie?
An hour and a half.
Can you sit through an hour and a half of that?
I think so, yeah. As compared to an hour and a half of Chris Pratt just being Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't picture... Yeah, I think the voice acting should have went a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I guess it sounds like Wreck-It Ralph. I know that was Seth Rogen, but it still felt... No, it wasn't, was it?
No, that wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But it's a really good movie. It's definitely worth a watch, in my opinion, even if you're not a Mario fan, because it's just a really solid, fun movie. There's references to all kinds of different games from the Mario series across a whole lifetime of Mario.
Okay.
Again, the characterization's done really well. It's just a really fun movie. Just wish that it was voiced differently. I'll probably watch it in a different language the next time I watch it.
Okay.
Because at least then I might not recognize the voices. Won't pull me out. What about you? You got any plugs?
No, not really. I remember to talk about stuff I watched in weeks.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. I do have one more plug.
Yeah.
I want to plug a channel named String Storm. Italian? That's a good idea. String Storm does Warhammer 40k songs that like they compose it, they write them, they make the music for them. And very recently he did a remake of one of his songs for the faction called the Lamenters, which are like the only genuinely good people in all of 40k, and they constantly get beat down because of it. But the remake of that video got a lot of negative reception, which is fine. You know, not everybody's going to enjoy every song that you make. Sometimes you redo a song and people liked the first one more. But people send him a bunch of like emails telling him how bad the remake was and how he never needed to remake another video. And that can be really easy to let yourself give up because of that, right?
Yeah.
But instead, he channeled it into spite, and he's now remaking every popular video on the channel just in spite. And you know what? I gotta respect it.
Okay.
I gotta respect it.
Nice.
So, you know, don't let people beat you down for trying to do something you love. As long as you're not hurting somebody else, don't let people beat
you. Yeah.
All right. Well, tomorrow you'll be playing some Basement.
Yes.
See how that goes.
Yes.
And then Don't Mama with the Me. And then Thursday we'll be talking about some mythologies.
Yes.
Very excited for that.
I want to give a little bit looking into that. And Brazil was picked, which is really cool. There are lots and lots of history there. And there's a ton of tribes that were there, and some are still there, some are gone. That may turn into not strictly Brazilian, but in Amazonian.
Right.
With the Amazon River, because that was a source of life there, and a lot of stuff's built up around there.
Right.
But we'll have some stuff for you Thursday, and it should be interesting. Should be interesting.
Excited.
Yes.
Friday, I'm building the Astaroth Origin.
Nice.
Please look forward to that. Monday we'll be back for MM Mondays, you know?
Yes.
Also, real quick on videos, I'm retiring the What's Coming Up in the Month series. Those videos were fun to make, and I really liked them, but too often I had bigger ideals than I could reach. And it would be, hey, I'm going to work on this, and I want to work on this. And then something else would come up, and it would have to take priority, and that stuff just wouldn't happen in that time frame. And it always made me feel like really bad, felt like I was letting people down. So I'm not going to build expectations for things that I can't guarantee are going to come out anymore. And videos are just going to come out as they come.
Okay. Good deal. Well, appreciate everybody spending time with us. You know how I feel about you. Y'all are precious, unique, and rare. Appreciate you spending time with us and watching us.
And until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungren.
You're Sam Widge right now.
A sandwich. Sandwich.
And this has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that life offer.
Not all.